Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is get a card from the Magical Dogs Tarot to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you want to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also find me on TikTok. The link to that will be in the description. And before I get you your first card, remember that this is a general reading on the internet that may or may not be for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay, just let it go, because it's probably just meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make it more obvious to you either sometime during this reading or sometime down the line in your journey. So the context, I just saw 111. There could be something here about contacting someone or coming in contact with something or someone significant. The 111 is calling for you to really trust yourself, believe in yourself, follow your inner voice, listen to your intuition. There's definitely an energy here about walking the path that you deserve to walk. Let's see what card we're going to get. Okay, that's really interesting. We have the Queen of Wands. I'm really excited to do this reading today because I'm going to be using a new spread that I made up. But one thing that really sticks out to me on this Queen of Wands is the fiery energy, maybe the sunflowers. Sunflowers could be particularly significant for someone, but the fire energy definitely feels significant as well, just because I was thinking about it with another deck that I'm going to use during this reading that has flames on the back of it. I did just see 222, but I also want to let you know if you hear anyone in the background, that's just my sister and her boyfriend, don't mind them. But 222 is really calling for you to remove anything and everything from your life that diminishes your light or diminishes your power, that convinces you that you are weak. You're a very strong person. We are all very strong. And I also felt something here about being much stronger collectively. You're being called to remove things from your life that don't serve you and your potential, so that way you can step into your potential. This definitely feels like self-confidence is going to be a very important topic or theme in this reading. I also get sort of a sacred, maybe ancestral kind of energy. A sacred energy is definitely there. It makes sense why I saw 111 for this reading, because I really feel like the universe and your spirit guides are just trying to help you get more in tune with your inner voice and your intuition, so that way you can serve yourself in the best way possible that you deserve, while also serving the world in the best way possible that it deserves, but without feeling stressed or, overwhelmed with responsibilities. I feel something here about how if you're truly passionate about something, or you feel truly driven to go towards something, nothing will get in your way. That's really interesting. There's definitely something here about maybe there are some things that you think you're passionate about, but you really aren't. Definitely look at your intentions for why you work the job you do or have the people in your life that you do. Do you choose things to feel safe or to have what you deserve? I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm about to say 222 again. So your mental health is definitely significant. The things that you're being called to let go of aren't just physical or material. It's also mental, emotional, and spiritual. There's definitely an inner transformation here that you're being called to go through. And I just saw 2, 3, 4. You're being called to transform for a reason. You have a very important purpose here, and your voice deserves to be heard by the world. I'm going to look just a little bit deeper into this with a few cards from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. We have the Sun. Yeah, the inner child energy is coming through very strongly. The Sun could be significant, like the planet. Also, that maybe there could be something here about Egypt or Egyptian wisdom or something like that. I also saw 3, 2, 1. There's something here, like there's definitely reason behind everything that you do. Maybe there could be something here about, you know, taking actions out of purpose instead of out of need. And I'm not talking about meeting your needs. I'm saying like the people you surround yourself with, the job. What I mean by need is like, if you don't truly need it. I don't know how to describe it, but the inner child energy is definitely strong here, especially with the sunflower. And the first card, you really need to change your perspective on loss, change, transformation. Change is good. Change is okay. It's normal. And without change, life would be pretty boring. Change, I just saw 4, 3, 2. Change happens for a reason. I'm also feeling something here about adventure and being really connected with that side of your inner child that is excited, hopeful, and very optimistic about life, but also having a more mature approach where you're not expecting any particular outcome. You're just allowing your inner child to express itself. Like, I feel like there could be something here about not taking that away from yourself, expressing your inner child and exploring and discovering new things, especially about yourself. Like, I really feel like someone here is being called to take a childlike approach on something, but to also be mature enough to say no to things that you don't deserve. And I really do feel something here about accepting things that you can't control. Acceptance feels very important here, and I feel like you need to find a deeper sense of acceptance in terms of the way that life works, the polarity in life, that it can't just be good and easy, and that it's also not just bad and terrible. I definitely feel that the universe and your spirit guides are trying to help you have a more, trying to help you better understand life so you can have a more balanced appreciation for it, where you see the good in everything, even the bad. But I don't know, I also feel like you got to be careful with that, because I'm thinking of like people. You can't just see the good in people, you also have to recognize their darker aspects. And to be able to do that, you first have to be able to recognize and accept that within yourself. Light and dark energies, yin and yang, feel pretty important. Here we have, next is the 10 of Wands. Yeah, there's a huge burden, a huge weight that you're carrying here, and it could have a lot to do about caring too much about what people think of you. It definitely feels like whatever weight you're carrying, it's out of fear, and it's not truly worth it in the long run to be carrying or dragging all of this baggage behind you. The 10 here is a reminder from the universe and all of your spirit guides that they are here to communicate with you. They want to support you, they want to guide you, and they want to help you better understand yourself so you can better understand the world. There's a lot of spiritual potential here, and really unlocking that spiritual potential is letting go of things that encourage you to be self-destructive or encourage you to give yourself less than you deserve. Don't invest in anything that encourages you to overlook what you deserve. Definitely, I feel like your worth and what you deserve are really important when it comes to building your self-confidence. I feel like using your voice, being honest and being willing to say no will become a lot easier whenever you see truly why you deserve to be honest or to say no or whatever it is. You deserve to express yourself fully and truthfully. I'm feeling something here again about not letting anyone or anything dim your light, and I'm really feeling it thinking about the Sun card on the table right now. Don't let anything or anyone, even yourself, dim your light. If you wouldn't accept some kind of treatment or some negative self-talk, if you wouldn't accept a certain way that someone would treat you or talk to you, don't even accept that from yourself. You really need to learn to not be hard on yourself and to, allow yourself to rest and to enjoy life. I think that's all I'm going to get from that card for now. Let's see what we got next. We have the 8 of Cups. Yeah, whatever this weight here with the 10 of Wands, definitely, it could be a physical thing, but it's definitely an emotional weight, an emotional burden that you need to heal or release or let go of, because it's making you underestimate yourself and doubt yourself when you shouldn't. It's making you see yourself as something less than who or what you truly are. There could be a lot of fears here that are really distorting your perspectives and your judgment. Trauma feels significant here. Whatever it is, healing or seeing the truth of who you are in the world, those feel very, very, very significant here, especially with the idea of transformation. Okay, I just saw 10-10. I wanted to wait to see that before I moved on to the next cards. 10-10 is a really strong confirmation that the universe and your spirit guides really want to communicate with you. So pay attention to signs, synchronicities, song lyrics, anything that really sticks out to you or calls to you. There could be specific signs or messages that you keep seeing that you may need to really, truly understand the meaning of. We're going to now use the Ancestor Spirit Oracle, just a couple of them, to see what your ancestors want to say about this. We have honor the deities around you, prayers, offerings, help. Yeah, that's really interesting actually, because it's very, very clear that the universe and your spirit guides really want you to communicate with them, to be open to having that line of communication with the universe and your spirit guides. And I also just saw 1111. They really want to help you with making all of your dreams and your wishes come true. You just can't overlook how much power emotional stability or instability has over you and your reality. And I'm also noticing here that this Queen of Wands has his or her back turned away from this, from a spiritual being, let's say. Like, that's what it feels like to me. It feels like you have your back turned on the universe and or your spirit guides. And it's understandable. Honestly, I definitely feel that you went through some very challenging things that you just want answers for. Why did I have to go through this? Why did this happen to me? I just saw 12-12. Boundaries and communication are very, very important if you really want those answers that you need and you have always deserved since day one. And I just saw 12-22. The universe really wants you to meet halfway through just being yourself and trusting that following your truth and doing the best that you can is going to pay off. There could be a specific spirit guide here that wants to communicate with you, or many specific spirit guides. And it could even just be the universe itself, like, hey, I understand why you're angry at me, but I need you to understand why it happened. And to be able to understand why it happened, you have to look within yourself for your answers. Everything that you need to know already exists within you. And, really unlocking all of this wisdom and information first starts with recognizing your actual worth and what you actually deserve, what you've always deserved. This inner child energy is very, very strong here. So I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, wait. When I said something about Egyptian wisdom, I don't know if I said it when this card came out, but if I said it before, that's really interesting. But yeah, that inner child energy. I'm kind of getting a little bit lost in my thoughts here. let me look at this all for a second. I mean, actually, the yellows and the oranges in these cards really, really seem to be sticking out to me. Prayers, there could be significant prayers here, or just some sort of plead from the universe. Know that you are heard. Spiritually, you are heard. When you pray, when you communicate, you are heard. You just can't expect things to go the way that you want them to show that you are heard. There's a lot of care and a lot of love here coming from the universe and your spirit guides, especially your ancestors. I just saw 432, and that's definitely happening for a reason. I wouldn't be surprised if there was someone here struggling with a painful ending in their life. The universe and your spirit guides really just want to help you with this ending, with letting go, with moving on, with embracing renewal and change. There's a lot here that your spirit guides and the universe have to offer you. You first just have to be willing. You first have to be open to it. You first have to ask for help to receive it. There's a lot of spiritual help present here for you. And I just saw 1515. That's the devil card in tarot. So that could be a significant card for you to look at or understand. But there's some self-destructive energy or habits here that you really need to be aware of, that the universe and your spirit guides are trying to make you aware of. They're really, really trying to help you find clarity. Like, that's very, very clear, no pun intended. For the next one, wow, we have open to love, relationships, passion, and enlightenment. Open to love. This really reminds me of what I just said about how to first receive help, you first have to, be open to it. Whether you're open to love or not has a deep impact. There's someone here that has been affected deeply, like hurt deeply whenever they were vulnerable or just being who they are, expressing themselves truthfully. And there's definitely some wounds here that need to be healed around expressing yourself. I'm feeling heart chakra energy here. Self-love is very, very important right now. Don't let the world define you. Don't let the people around you define you, your job. Nothing defines you and what you deserve except for you. I'm also feeling something here about a willingness to fight for what you deserve, to put in the effort, the time, the patience, the energy to heal and to transform, so that way you can heal and transform your external reality. There is definitely manifestation type of energy here. Remember that your inner world reflects your outer world. If there's chaos going on within yourself, there's going to be chaos going on in your external world. There's definitely an inner battle here that needs to be resolved or worked through. And I also feel something here about your ancestors wanting to help you understand unconditional love through helping you understand how you deserve to be loved unconditionally. Your ancestors could be very, very present with you at this time, especially if you're in a dark place or you're struggling mentally. Know that your ancestors understand that life is not easy, that it's not challenging, but you are your ancestors too. You are their blood. You have that strength within you. Wow, your spirit guides or your ancestors really want to help you see your strength, and they also want to offer you some comfort and peace. The relationships in your life could be particularly significant. There could be a problem here with overgiving or being too selfish. There needs to be a balance between give and take, and prioritizing unconditional love feels significant. Don't be afraid to say no and to ask for more, and to make it clear to those around you what you deserve. I definitely feel like an assertive energy that you need to move into. Instead of keeping all of this rage and this passion and this fiery energy within you, externalize it, express yourself, and know that, it's okay to be angry and it's okay to make mistakes. You can always learn how to better express yourself. You can always learn to get better at communication. You can always improve any skill. Anything or anyone that you want to be, you can be. And you can have anything that you want. You just have to be willing to put in the work to get there. Patience feels like a huge, huge theme here. And also trusting yourself, trusting the universe, and that good things do and will happen for you if, you align with those outcomes. And it's interesting, actually, I just realized patience could be significant again, I guess. But passion, I just noticed that it was on that card. We all have passionate, fiery energy. That flame exists within all of us. And we need to learn how to use this fiery, creative, passionate energy in constructive, self-loving ways rather than destructive, self-sabotaging ways. Being self-destructive is not how you are heard. You could have an opportunity here to really work through something difficult, tell your story, and inspire others to find that strength within themselves as well. Regardless, you always have an impact, and you get to choose if that impact is beautiful or if it's ugly. And I also want to say that expressing yourself out of passion and anger isn't necessarily considered ugly. Me personally, I always kept my anger internalized, but I'm trying to expect myself to be less perfect. And, anger is an emotion. You're allowed. What you feel is valid. There could definitely be something here about validating yourself and how you feel instead of seeking that validation outside of yourself. Maybe you could also be more called to being more comfortable spending more time alone, having no friends and spending more time alone instead of being surrounded by a bunch of fake people. That could be significant, but doesn't have to be significant for everybody. I did just see 2121. That to me comes down to the master number 33. So there is a lot of growth here and a lot of expanding here that needs to happen. Maybe there's a new seed here that you need to plant. There could also be something here about looking at your own personal growth and expansion, like taking care of a plant. You plant the seed, you water it, you're patient with it, and it grows. I definitely feel something here about how the best environment for something to grow is patient. To wrap up this reading, I am going to get one card from the Wild Moon Lunar Phase deck. I've never used this deck in readings on my channel before just because I thought it would be, weird to use these cards. But I could definitely see how there could be some messages in here. So let's see which one we're going to get here. So for the Lunar Phase card, we have Waxing Crescent, Empowered Awareness. I'm going to read this. It says, Phase influence. Inhale, exhale. We find ourselves in a state of both retraction and expansion. This is the very energy that brings us back into grasp the strength and consistency our soul is aching to engage. Next it says history and lore. Known as the sickle moon, the crescent shape has become the astrological symbol for the moon and has also been used as an alchemical symbol for silver, the metal associated with the moon. The ritual says, think back to... Oh wait, I guess this wouldn't apply. I'll just read it though, because there could still be messages in it. Think back to your free writing ritual. This came from a different card, so don't worry about that. You may have found that you gained a deeper level of clarity. Feel free to add any epiphanies to your original intentions. The glowing light of the moon is helping you expand your vision. Harness this power and infuse it into affirmations, placing them around your mirror, computer, or in your car, any place you will regularly see and continue to affirm. The herb is burned sage to clear any energetic dross and allow energy to flow. And we also have a mantra. 1 step is all I need. I am more than capable of taking 1 step. And this card has the number 5 on it, which is just the number of the card. But I do like to see that as a sign, the number on the card. So change and transformation are definitely significant here, and the best way to move through this change is to be patient and to stay connected with yourself and who you are. I really like that it says empowered awareness, because I think it's being aware of what you're worth and what you deserve is what's really going to make you feel empowered. Maybe there's some wisdom or information here, or some sort of knowing that helps you feel empowered, and you're being called to trust in that knowing. I'm just trying to read through this card so I can see what messages are coming through. What really stuck out to me, this is the very energy that brings us back to grasp the strength and consistency our soul is aching to engage. Strength and consistency that your soul is aching to engage feels so significant. Being open to love, learning to be committed. It feels like your soul is aching for that. And the best way to learn how to commit to anything at all, a person, a job, anything, is you first have to start with learning how to commit to yourself. That heart chakra, self-love kind of energy feels pretty strong again. Learning how to be consistent is definitely significant. Like strength and consistency, your soul is aching to engage, feels so significant. So don't ignore your soul and the aches and pains that it feels. Answer that pain when you feel it. That pain is a calling for you to find deeper meaning, for you to expand your awareness and to gain spiritual wisdom. The crescent symbol or whatever, that could be significant with what I said about the history and lore. Silver could be a significant metal here. And then for the ritual part, was to think back to your free writing ritual. There could be something that you did that helped you gain more clarity, and I feel like you're being called to change things up or to add something or to do things a little bit differently, but still keep the core of whatever you did to gain more clarity. The glowing light of the moon is helping you expand your vision. Harness this power and infuse it into affirmations. Affirmations could actually be really significant for someone. I think these affirmations could really help you remember your intentions. I think sometimes when we spiral into a dark place, we forget what we intend to do for ourselves. We forget what we truly want. So there could be something here about remembering your true intentions through affirmations. And of course, burning sage could be significant to clear the energy around you. And I really liked the mantra, one step is all I need. I am more than capable of taking one step. I think that's really, really interesting because patience is definitely a very, very significant theme for this reading. So there could definitely be something here about taking things one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute, 1 second at a time. Someone here is definitely being called to really, really slow down, especially with the beginning of that card saying inhale, exhale. I think you're being called to learn how to really slow down so that way you can really find the answers that you need within yourself. Meditating could be very, very significant for someone. But that will be the end of your reading. I hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you'd like to hit the like button to show me that, that's the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can donate through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Thank you so much to those of you as well who have been showing your support thus far. It really means a lot to me. And also feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section if you'd like. I'd really love to connect with you more. Thank you so much for watching as well, and I hope to see you around.